If you're looking for a portable solar setup for your RV or camping this summer, you might have come across these two Bluetti kits. The Apex 300 and the Elite 300 are both paired with a 350 watt solar panel on Bluetti's website right now. Sure, they have similar solar capabilities, but there are some major differences between these two units, and honestly, one of these kits is going to be a much better buy for most people. Welcome back to the lab where our opinions cannot be bought. We have done full-length review videos on both of these power stations in the past on the channel, and we actually recommended both of them to you guys in those videos. However, we recently realized that Bluetti is running an RV campaign featuring these two power stations as the solution paired with that 350 watt panel. But if you're new to power stations, the choice between these two might not be super clear. So we'll leave links to both full-length review videos in case at any point in this video you want to check either one of these guys out a little bit more in depth. But before we jump into our experience with each of these, we're going to hit you guys with a super quick spec teardown in case you're not up to speed with one or both of these power stations. So at the time of filming, this Elite 300 with that 350 watt solar panel is $14.99 before our discount code on Bluetti's website, and the Apex 300 with that same solar panel is $2,099 before our code. When you take a look at battery capacity, you have a 3,014 watt hour battery in this Elite 300, and that is paired with a 2,400 watt inverter. The Apex 300 has a 2,764 watt hour battery with a 3,840 watt inverter. The Elite 300 is not expandable, the Apex 300 is. They both have 4 AC outlets, however this one has more USB options. They both have 30 amp outlets, the Apex has some 240 volt plugs, and there is no 50 amp on the Elite 300. If you're taking a power station in an RV or a trailer, the simplest way to get to the bottom of this is just to ask yourself what you want to run. If you want to be able to run as much as possible at one time and power your RV at max capacity, the Apex 300 is the obvious answer. So this unit has a 30 amp plug, so you can plug your RV or trailer directly into it. And it also has a 3,840 watt inverter, which basically means that you'll never max out how much power your RV demands, because a 30 amp plug is asking for at most 3,600 watts. So this unit will always have enough inverter power to power your RV or your camper at full tilt. And even if you had a bigger unit, it has a 50 amp plug right here, which obviously it won't run that at full tilt, but you can still plug in a bigger RV to this unit through that 50 amp, give access to the extra couple hundred watts that you don't get with the 30 amp. However, if you're not going to be running your RV at full tilt and you don't maybe need that giant 50 amp plug, you have a smaller camping trailer or just a smaller RV in general, the Elite 300 makes complete sense. This unit obviously has a much smaller footprint. It's a lot more budget friendly. It's easier to pick it up and move it around, and you still have your 30 amp plug right here on the front. Now this one, you cannot run at full tilt. It's only a 2,400 watt inverter. So if your trailer is plugged in asking for 3,600 watts, you are going to trip this unit out. It won't be able to supply full power, but it is the more affordable option for someone who's just going for light trips, or maybe you just have a very small trailer or camper that you want to actually use and you don't need the power requirements that this thing has to offer. The cool thing about either of these units is that that 350 watt panel that goes with it will actually work the same with both, and they have a very similar solar input, so it'll actually charge the Apex 300 in about 8 hours and the Elite 300 in about 8.5 hours. Obviously that's not super fast, that's just the kit that they have on their site. Personally, I would recommend maybe getting another panel or 2 more panels. If you could charge this within a day, that's probably going to work for you a lot better. So getting this thing up to the point where you can basically fully recharge it in 4 or 5 hours of sunshine is going to probably make your life a lot better. But either way, they have very similar solar inputs, so when it comes to that, you don't really have to think about which one works better for you because they're the same. Now, there is a little bit more to factor into your decision. It's not just that simple. So let's take a look at where each one has the edge over the other. So aside from having the bigger inverter and the 50 amp plug for bigger RVs, this power station is expandable, which is probably its biggest edge over the Elite 300. Meaning what you buy, if you just buy one, does not have to be all you get. So if you were to buy one of these, throw it in your RV, and you realize over time like you're using it up pretty quickly, or you wish you had more runway, you can easily buy an expansion battery for less than a whole new unit, put it on top, plug them in together, and continue powering your RV and basically scale your system into the future, which is not not an option you have with the Elite. With the Elite, whatever you buy is what you get. There is no adding batteries later. This is also important because one of the quirks of this unit is that it has a small battery built into it. Big inverter, small battery for just one. So if you were to run this thing at full tilt in your RV, you'd actually drain it in less than an hour just running it at full capacity. So you might realize pretty quickly, if you're someone that uses a lot of power, that you do want to add more later. And if you do, you can get this thing up to 19.4 kilowatt hours with Bluetti expansion batteries, which is actually a really big system. Another place this thing has the edge is it works with a lot of Bluetti accessories. So you have the Charger 2, which is basically an alternator charger. So you could plug that into your car or your RV. And as you're driving, it will take the extra power from your alternator and charge your power station, which is huge because any travel time can be turned into charging time. It also works with the hub. This unit has no USBs on it at all. They basically built it to be a set it and forget it unit. Put it in your RV, put it in your home, whatever, plug everything in and then run with it. But if you wanted USBs, you can get the adapter, it plugs in, gives you access to two 12-volt car sockets as well as a bunch of USB options, which is really cool. And you can use the solar 4K with this as well. So you could basically add 4,000 watts of solar input to this unit by buying that solar 4K adapter. So if you wanted to take this out of your RV one day, put it in your home and actually put a good amount of solar into it, you have the opportunity to do so. So if you are not concerned about money, if you're just concerned about buying the best unit, this one is hands down the better option for an RV. So aside from having a smaller footprint and a significant price advantage, the Elite 300 does have a couple other edges over the Apex. Starting with the battery capacity. So it's not much different. It's about 300 watt hours more, which is not crazy. But depending on what you're running inside of your RV, if you just have lights and stuff like that on, that could be the difference of a couple of hours of runtime out of a single lifespan if you're just buying one unit, which does go a long way. And it does have a couple extra plugs and ports that are standard on power stations. Like you have right here, USB-C, USB-C, two USB-As. You also have an XT90 out port and your 12-volt car socket all built directly in, as well as your house plugs right here and your 30 amp. But like we were saying, the Apex doesn't have that. You have to buy an adapter for those. So when you're using USBs, it's a lot more efficient. It doesn't waste power charging like your phone or your laptop out of there. Whereas if you have your like laptop brick plugged into your AC inverter, it's gonna waste a lot more power. Having those plugs will make this go a longer way if you're charging devices. Overall, if you're gonna have this power station out in the open, you're gonna be able to access it and you wanna be able to plug stuff in the front. It is a much more versatile unit. It's more geared towards someone that's gonna take it camping or in a small trailer or something like that. Whereas I think the Apex is more geared towards someone who's actually gonna use it in an RV. So at the end of the day, the choice between these power stations should be pretty clear for you guys. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and we will try to get back to you guys as quickly as possible. Otherwise, that's all we got for you guys today. Make sure you check out the links to the videos and the products in the description down below, as well as our power station quiz. If you don't think either of these units are right for you, we have a 30-second quiz, gives you an instant recommendation. Otherwise, that's all we got for you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out and stay charged.